Netflix's Queen Charlotte brought a bunch of new actors to our screen to do a perfect job of portraying their characters. But did you know that they are so close that a few of them actually even live together? We know Golda Rosheuvel from the Bridgerton series, the older version of Queen Charlotte, but not many people know about her personal life. Her mother was British and her father was Guyanese, which was a case of a white woman and a black man getting together. They faced a lot of pressure as a biracial couple, but in their family it was never a problem. When she was 5, her family moved to Hertfordshire, and she was one of the only people there of colour, and she was familiar with both cultures, but she was being cast primarily for black roles. Sometimes she said that she wasn't black enough or white enough for the roles, which started to be frustrating. However, after many disappointments and a lot of waiting, Golda was told that she was perfect for portraying a British monarch. Being cast as Charlotte was an opportunity to play a European monarch and finally celebrate the culture of her mother as well. The thing that fans might not know is that acting wasn't Golda's first choice. The actress confessed that she's dyslexic and struggles with reading and writing. That's one of the reasons why she wanted to do different things. She said in the interview that when she was a small kid, she had an aspiration to participate in the Olympics. Her sport of choice was athletics, and she broke a few country records, which is not a small achievement. But her dream ended abruptly when she was only 16 and injured her ankle. Golda shared in the interview that in 2012, while she watched the Olympics, she joked that it could have been her on the podium with the medal round her neck. But the fans are probably glad that she chose to be an actress instead and portray the Queen. Golda is very close to her character, and she relates to her in more ways than just one. With her family background, the actress understands the fact that duty comes before parenthood, as the struggle that the Queen faces. She said in the interview, "I definitely use that, and that understanding of higher purpose for Charlotte and George in terms of duty." According to her, Golda's own parents had a similar mentality because her father was a priest first and a father later. The ministry came before everything, and sometimes he struggled in his personal life. The younger version of Queen Charlotte, India Amarteifio, started to act as a child and landed roles in Doctor Who, Sex Education, and The Interceptor. But her acting career started as an accident. Her mother saw an audition for a Vodafone ad and she decided to take the baby India to another audition, and from there she was on her way to becoming a child star. But those roles weren't as important as the role of the Queen. This was the first big role she had on her hands. To add pressure to the role of the younger Queen Charlotte was in a popular Netflix franchise. However, India was determined to nail it. It didn't hurt that India was a fan of the show even before getting the role of Charlotte. The thing that made her a fan was the fact that they weren't afraid to cast different ethnicities, even though it's historically inaccurate. When she was asked about her feelings about the role, India said, "It feels very surreal, and I think it would be really good for young black girls to see themselves represented in this way because it's not often done, if at all." One small thing which helped in creating the representation of people of colour was the fact that during the filming of the show, India and the hair and makeup department started to embrace her natural hair, which is not as common as it could be on the sets in the industry. In the show, we could see her wearing stunning hairstyles which were elegant and sophisticated, and they were created for India's natural hair. In her past jobs, she has struggled with hairstyling and makeup because the industry doesn't know how to handle styling afro hair. She said in the interview that she often woke up anxious because of what damage would happen to her hair, but that changed on the set of Queen Charlotte, as the team was prepared to handle her type of hair. India is very happy to see the progress on that front in the movie industry. People are more aware that afro hair is not frightening. What's more, India shared that during the filming of the show, she started to like historical movies from the Regency, like Marie Antoinette and Pride and Prejudice, which according to her are perfect movies to watch during the summer. To prepare herself for the role of Charlotte, she watched The Crown, primarily the coronation scene, which India was later inspired by during her own coronation moments in Queen Charlotte. The idea came from her co-star Mylchreest, who portrayed George III. Arsema Thomas portrays young Lady Danbury in the show. Her love started in an after-school program, and together with her sister, they would create their own worlds. The thing that the fans might not know about her is that she's similar to her character, politically interested and skilled, as her parents were diplomats. With her parents' profession, she was exposed to current affairs since she was a child. According to her, she really quickly could see the effects of imperialism, and that became her driving force in adulthood, and chose a career path that was most obvious at the time, the STEM route. What's more, she worked in a health clinic in Kenya and attended Yale for a master's in health policy and management. But her passion for acting was stronger, and soon she started to audition in different student movies. Around the same time, her father started to get sick, and his perspective changed. While taking care of him, Arsema and her father led a lot of discussions about regret, which helped her to take the risk and try to start her acting career. She did another master's. This time, it was in fine arts and professional acting. The actress took the risk, but sometimes she felt there was no way she will make it in the industry. But she has an important agenda. While she was growing up, she was surrounded by media with straightened girls with pale skin and thin bodies. She found motivation in that and decided to change that, which was later translated into her character Agatha. Another interesting thing about Arsema is while she was waiting to be cast somewhere, she worked as an assistant of a butcher in Notting Hill. That's when she got the call that she got the role of young Agatha Danbury. She said in the interview that it was forbidden to have a phone at work, and Arsema actually missed the first call because she was dealing with an annoying client. The actress, while busy with work, finds time to help people in need by using her platform. Her focus is to help women to battle HIV and AIDS by providing them with protection and helping refugees. According to her, it's important to recognize people in need and give them a hand, which should be a natural thing to do for everyone. Mylchreest, who portrays young King George III, is a very private person without much known information about him. However, he made a rare comment on his dating life. He said in the interview that he was with his girlfriend when he heard the news that he landed the role, and they celebrated his casting together. Corey said in the interview, "She said, you got to do something to celebrate. The only place was the local snooker club, so we went and played snooker, and that's how we celebrated." Unfortunately, her identity is still unknown. Corey is really dedicated to having his private life under wraps without unnecessary attention to his loved ones. Queen Charlotte was his first big role in the industry, after graduating from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in 2020. Funnily enough, Corey had never seen any episode of Bridgerton because, according to him, it's not a show that was meant for him. It's safe to say that now he's acquainted with the series very well, but the role wasn't easy for him, as he was aware of the way his life will change after the release. However, during the shooting, he made new friends, and that certainly helped with the situation. One of them was Freddie Dennis. In the show, George and his assistant Reynolds, who is portrayed by Freddie, have a great working relationship. But the thing that fans might not know is that Corey and Dennis are even closer in real life. In one interview, Corey was asked whether he would trust them enough to appoint them as his assistant, and his answer was Freddie Dennis. Their Instagram profiles are evidence of this close relationship. They often feature on each other's profiles. What's more, they recently moved in together, so their friendship is really strong. Talking about Freddie Dennis, it's important to mention his passion for geography. According to him, geography goes hand in hand with his passion for the world. However, he tried acting, and even with his lack of confidence at the time, he managed to land a role in the Bridgerton prequel only 4 months after his graduation from the Oxford School of Drama. What's more, he taped his audition on a family holiday in Prague and got the phone call that he got the job while being ill because of COVID. He also doesn't like to watch himself on the screen because his self-confidence isn't handling it well, but the Bridgerton press tour indirectly helped him with it because he was forced to sit through all the snippets of the show. The actors and actresses of the show might have chosen different career paths, but they didn't, and now we can observe their work on our screens. But it is clear that they have interesting things going on in their lives. Plus, it's nice to see new stars be born and watch their careers bloom. So, which actor made the best impression on you in Queen Charlotte? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching.